you ever heard a word of inspiration, a moving, motivating speaker, and said, that's it, I'm going to change my life. My life will never be the same. And sure enough, your life stays exactly the same as it was beforehand. How can that be? How does that happen? This is the wisdom of Mussar. Mussar is taking lessons that we learn from the Torah and from other sources and actualizing them into our daily lives. You see, every person has qualities and flaws. Nobody's perfect. We all have things that we're good at and things that we're not so good at. Positive traits that we want to excel in and negative traits that we really want to remove from our lives. That's what Mussar is. Mussar is taking the positive traits and helping us perfect them in our daily lives, and taking our negative traits and hopefully obliterating them from our construct, from our human construct. So whether it be anger, patience, jealousy, laziness, kindness, arrogance, these are traits that every person possesses in a different quantity. These are called midot. Midot in Hebrew is measurements. Every person has a different measurement of these traits, a different build of these traits. Now, where did these traits come from? So in Genesis, when God creates Adam, it says the following, Vayipach be'apav nishmat chayim, and God blew into the nostrils of man a living soul. What is that living soul? Our sages explain that of course it means the soul that gives us life. But that soul is comprised of many of God's traits. Now, God is perfect in all his traits. We are not. And we need our lifetime to perfect those traits. And God gives every single one of us, through our journey of life, the opportunity to perfect those traits. So if someone has a challenge with anger, God will give that person unique challenges that will help them strengthen their mechanism against getting angry. Someone who has an issue with kindness, God will give them the opportunities to be more kind and to be more generous so that they can strengthen that muscle, strengthen that trait, and hopefully, before the end of their life, bring it to absolute perfection. There's a parable that is told that the Almighty has a crown, and that crown has many gems in it. Now, each one of those gems is a soul. And when a baby is born, God takes a gem from his crown and puts it into that baby. And that baby has that gem that throughout his lifetime will hopefully take all the tools that are given to him and help him perfect. Now, if you were to ask any diamond professional with a trained, skilled eye, they will look at a diamond and will tell you there is no diamond that is perfect. Everyone has a flaw. Everyone has a blemish. Some are visible to the eye, and some only a skilled eye will be able to determine and distinguish what are those flaws. Some have cloudiness. Some have a little spots, a little speck here, something, a miscolor, a discoloration. They all have a flaw that makes it not perfect. And the cleaner a diamond is, the more perfect it is, the more valuable it is. The gem that God places within us, that soul, has its share of imperfections. And throughout our lifetime, we are to perfect that gem, that soul. You take that diamond to a diamond dealer, and you tell them, I want you to enhance this stone. What they could do is they could infuse it with chemicals. And those chemicals help it shine and glow without the visible imperfections. It removes it. And those are the tools of Mussar that we use to cover and hopefully not conceal, but remove those imperfections. So someone who's lazy can learn to overcome laziness. Someone who has a challenge with anger can learn to overcome anger. Someone who has a stinginess can learn to overcome that stinginess and become more giving. Mussar are the tools that we need to help perfect our traits. Now, Every person is unique, and every person is different. And therefore, what's easy for one person may be extremely difficult for another person. What one person can do to overcome anger may be a world for another person to overcome. While we talk about what Mussar is, I think it's also important to discuss what Mussar is not. Mussar is not a quick fix. It's not a 1, 2, 3 quick step process and in 2 weeks you'll be perfect. It's a lifelong dedication to examining, internalizing, and reflecting every day on our character. To think hard and long. 1 second, how was I today? Was I more patient today? What could I have done today to make my day better? To make my traits shine and glow better than they did yesterday? And think about, what can I do tomorrow to ensure that tomorrow will be a better day as well? So join me on this journey of Mussar. So together we will hopefully make our lives better, make the lives of those around us better, and hopefully make the world a better place. So let's enjoy this journey and let's try to become the best possible people we can become. Enjoy the ride.